Hey everyone! Whoa, oh my god, we have a busy chat going on this live. Holy. I was not I'm happy. I'm happy there's a bunch of you just chatting away before I get here. This is awesome. Yay. Who is in the chat so far today? We got Mike, we got James, we got Dante, we got Evanstar, Vaughn. I already said James. There's Sean. There's Eric. Oh my goodness. Everyone is here today. This is awesome. Yay! Hello, everyone. Oh, right. I promised story time today, didn't I? Luckily, the book is within reach. I didn't tidy up. Usually it's after a live. Okay, whatever I had out to show off and whatever. It's okay. Need to put it away now. And last week, I was just like, nah, I'm tired. No, don't cheese the streamer. No. No. Unless you throw like cheese, like actual chunks of cheese, nothing like string cheese or anything liquid. No nacho cheese, just actual chunks of cheese that I can deal with. That's fine, because then I can just, eat the cheese. Cheese is life. And apparently also eating cheese adds on to your life expectancy. Granted, it's probably in moderation because it's cheese. But yeah, so. Oh my goodness. Yes. Everyone is here today. This is going to be an awesome. I almost... little thing here. I literally almost missed the 6 o'clock, timer to go live. I've got a friend in Cali who most of you are Americans, so you've probably seen them when you go to Target. The little like birds, the little fabric birds that are like this tall or whatever, and they're seasonal. And because I don't have Target up here, I need Americans to search them out for me, or at least let me buy them from Target and ship them to people. And literally 4 minutes before I needed to go live, she messaged me going, "Hey, I found all these ones. Which ones do you need?" I'm like, oh no, this is terrible timing. I need to go live now. It's like, get this, and whatevs. Luckily, I finished up the conversation just as it hit 6 o'clock. So, although it did take a second for my brain to go, okay, I've unmuted the mic. Which button do I need to press now? Like, she's still messaging me, so unfortunately, like, no, now we need to be silent. Who is trying to mock Spaceballs? Sean? How? Okay, you better be happy you watched Spaceballs, because that is like the greatest movie of all time. By the way, how do you get to your age and not watch Spaceballs? It's Spaceballs. And now we have the second one coming out? Like, come on. I'm at work, so can only stay a few minutes. Aw, Truck, I'm sorry. At least you can stay for a few minutes. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you popped in at least for a few minutes. I appreciate it. No, Sean, no sharp cheddar. What the heck is sharp cheddar? Get out of here. Get me some, like, Parmigiano or mozzarella or, like, buffalo cheese is beautiful. Pumpkin. Okay, James mentioned pumpkins. So I'm an idiot. A couple months ago, I started trying to grow some veggies and stuff just so I don't have to go to the supermarket to buy them. And for some reason, things like cucumbers, I get the seedling going. It goes, yay high, a couple inches, and then they just die on me, and I can't figure out why. I lost a handful of my peppers, but my peppers, for the most part, are still going strong. And like, I got so frustrated with my cucumbers continually dying that I went, you know what? I'm going to go crazy with this. So I picked up a package of broccoli seeds and pumpkin seeds. I planted one broccoli seed because I wanted to see what the heck it would do, and it's okay. And I planted 2 pumpkin seeds. And then the sprouts literally are, okay, there's the bottom of the screen. They're like this tall already. And I'm going, why did I plant pumpkins in like late August? They're not going to give me anything in time. They're still in the house, so they're in their pots. They're not planted outside. I was like, why did I plant pumpkin seeds at the end of August? I'm not getting anything out of these. I can, fingers crossed, for maybe at least the flowers, and I can finally try and eat the flowers. I've never actually eaten the flowers before. The zucchini flowers I've seen cooked in my house, but I've never eaten them. So now it's like, well, if I get pumpkin flowers, I'm willing to try those. Speaking of shipping, I heard through the grapevine that you might be getting a P.O. box. I'm going to see if either any of my American friends have a P.O. box that I can borrow, because I've looked at the Canadian prices for P.O. boxes up here, and they're not fun. I would literally rather send it to somebody I know in town rather than grab a P.O. box. And if my patrons have done the hatchling level, they can see that it's not a P.O. box that I'm shipping from. If not a P.O. box from one of my American friends, I'm going to see if any of my American friends are up for letting, it's probably just restricted to patrons, because let's be honest, it's the internet and people can be weird. But yeah, if one or two of them are willing to have things shipped to them so that when I see them, the once, twice a year, they'll be willing to bring stuff up to me and, work from there. Yes, Spaceballs is a good movie, and just because it was one of the influences for Chaos and Gadget's relationship. The Search for More Money, Spaceballs too, yes. Listening in, Cons of Summer Dreams, that's kind of the one upside of lives. It's essentially like a one-sided podcast. Usually you have two or more people, but yeah, I read out the comments anyway, so you're not going to exactly get lost with why I'm suddenly switching topics and stuff. So yeah, listen in. Why not? I'm like a little radio show at this point. All this cheese talk is making my stomach growl. Good, it's not just me. Oh, pecorino. Yes, pecorino. Ah, some of the best. There's I am slightly lactose intolerant. It's weird, but so full cheeses, like the soft cheeses and a few of the hard ones, my stomach gets a little upset. But things like pecorino and parmigiano reggiano, because they're so aged, there's almost no lactose left in them. So as long as I'm careful with it, I can eat it and not have an issue. It's great. The things you learn when you develop essentially an allergy or, just a thing you can't really eat properly. I'd like to see a Gargoyles miniseries on Talon and Maggie the cat get married in Africa and having an adventure. That would be awesome. I wonder if Greg has that in his plans. I hope, because he does have a Gargoyles Bible, obviously, and everything. And I think I was just doing the research on this. It's over 500 pages at this point, somewhere around there. So I'm hoping that I don't expect it anytime soon. He's a young man, but once he's getting up, in age where he can't work on, Gargoyles anymore, that he decides to at least release snippets of it. Not like the full I don't expect the full 500 pages, because first of all, that would probably cost us an arm and a leg to get. But a good 200-page thing or something where we get his work on it. So a lot of stuff, things that we've already seen, but a couple of things it's like, yeah, this is going to come out, or just a hint of what's going to come out. I would love that. But I don't expect that for literally another 30 years. Because Greg, you're not going anywhere. Could always get a My US address. You only pay when you pick up or have things shipped to your house. That is, I've looked into those, Lisa. The problem is now with the tariffs between our two countries, it's literally a thing of, I don't want to pay duties and taxes is one thing. I'm used to that depending on where I've been buying from, never from the States really. But now with the tariffs on top of everything, I'm going to be paying, somebody was sweet enough to send me a bunch of patches that they had made. But because customs officials screwed up on what was in the package, they charged me duties and taxes on something that shouldn't have had it. And I wasn't going to fight it because it was just $15 or something. It wasn't worth the fight. So yeah, duties and taxes is one thing, but to deal now with tariffs, I really don't want to. So I would rather just have friends, either I give them the money for a PO box and hey, keep this open for a month or whatever, or just have it shipped to their place. And then when I see them, once or twice a year. It sucks because it takes me forever then to get items, but I'd rather wait and save myself $50 because of tariffs and stuff. I feel we need to see the gargoyles, but yeah, see that. I also like, okay, yeah, it's gonna be one of those days today. I'm guessing it's because of the color of my shirt, but I also need a new webcam. This thing is almost 10 years old. It does not like the changes in lighting. So every time now it's not doing it. Murphy's Law. But the brightness keeps changing and it's annoying the heck out of me. Please donate to my new webcam fund. Jokes. I can't wait for the Gargoyles and Fantastic Four one-shot issue. Don't forget, James, there are 2 issues coming out, one from Dynamite, one from Marvel. In case anyone else forgot about that or didn't know, there are 2 issues coming out, one from each side. So make sure your orders are in. I still need to put in my orders. I should really do that tomorrow. Someone harassed me on social media on tomorrow to do. No, I should put in my order Monday. I'm thinking it's Sunday. Oh, it's one of those days. Yes, Monday. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, somebody harassed me tomorrow on like Twitter, Blue Sky, or whatever. Be like, hey, yeah, don't forget to put in your order. I'm very behind on Gargoyles lore. If you don't mind, anyone that wants to chime in, can you let me know what happened with Cold Steel after he and Coldfire got their own bodies? Thanks in advance. There's a lot of stuff, Mike, that happened for between Cold Steel and Coldfire and Cold Stone. We're talking, there's still episodes that involve them a little bit. Then there's the SLG comics, and now there's currently the Dynamite comics. I don't even remember what they did in the SLG comics because I have to reread them. I haven't picked them up in quite a few years. Yeah, if you guys want to do that in the chat for whoever has a better memory than me, because flipping through those is a bloody nightmare. But yeah, there's so much. In the Gargoyles one-shot Halloween issue, I like it when Nash hangs out with kids his own age on I know, it's so adorable. I love it. And the thing is, he's the only gargoyle his age, so he has to kind of hang out with humans close to his age. And then it makes me wonder, oh, did he get to like hang out with gargoyles his age on his dances with his parents? Like, there's so much more. No, I'm not. No, Sean, I'm not gonna put in an order right now as we're chatting, because first of all, I need to decide on a cover, and I suck at, when it comes to making choices, I literally have to have all the options in front of me and be like, okay, which one wins out here? Like, case in point, there's a goalie that's doing a meet and greet tomorrow in town, and I was very tempted to go, but he's only showing up for an hour and a half, and it's not a ticketed event, so it's first come, first serve. I've been to those. You literally have to start lining up like 4 hours ahead of time to make sure you get to meet them. So like, I'm not dealing with that. But when I was still considering it, I like bringing my own things to get signed. So I'm just flipping through photos of him, trying to figure out which one to get signed. And I had like 4 already, just going, which one is, they're all almost like the exact same photo, but it's just like, no, I need the perfect one. So yeah, no, not gonna, no. Because then all you guys are gonna see is me like staring at the screen trying to decide. All right, so I know a couple people in here have kitties. You guys can tell me, am I doing the live reading of the Little Golden Book? Because I am cool with that. Hi, Diego. I am very much cool with that. I don't actually mind doing the live read. I think it'll be very cute, but I know you'll all enjoy it. But I want to know if the kitties are around too, so that they can hear me, read the book to them, and I'll even show the pictures and all, so they can watch. Got the early years trade paperback on pre-order reprints, the Marvel issues. Yeah, there you go. They went to the Himalayas. Yeah, Cold Stone and Coldfire after they separated. So after possession, yes, like they went to the Himalayas. I don't even want to think the amount of stuff. I'm not even going to try and remember. I despise what my lights are doing to me today. Oh my god, Like, it is ridiculous. And every time I, like, it's a, I guess that's slightly better. It's easier when I'm just doing a straight recording, because but I'm a talent. I talk with my hands. Do the live reading, no kids, but I'll have my cats listen. I'm good for reading to the cats. I'm good. Cats, dogs, chameleons, any type of lizard or reptile. The twins are already in bed. How dare you, Lisa? It's 8 o'clock. Why are they in bed? What is this? Okay, so we're gonna do a live reading. It's funny, I managed to read this without cracking the spine whatsoever. I'm good with whichever conversation goes, or book reading. You know, I'll do the book reading because I think it's cute. And plus, because this is being recorded, it's going to stick up on my YouTube channel. You guys can use it for your kids or whomever to use later. Like, I'm fine with it. I think it'll be fun. But I'm a weirdo. So, gargoyles. I'm going to be bad at angling this towards the camera because even though I've been doing this for nearly a year, I still haven't figured out camera angles because it's backwards to what I'm doing. So, also my voice is probably going to go really early today. It was giving me trouble earlier today. So, yeah. There too. I don't care, Lisa. They're 2 years old and they're already in bed by 8. Come on. Jokes. Okay. 1,000 years ago, it was a time of darkness and fear. But at Castle Oberon in Scotland, the people were under the protection of a clan of gargoyles. Yeah, I'm going to do this like an actual reading where I show the pictures afterwards. This is how this is going to happen. Aw, Robert, that's too cute. Gotta go to the bus. Is going to send me out. Aw. Okay, bye, truck. Thanks for being here. Gargoyles hatched from eggs kept safe in the rookery under the castle. By day, the mysterious creatures slept as stone statues, but when the sun set, they burst awake to defend the night. I love the pictures that they did. Goliath was their mighty leader. With his strength, speed, and smarts, this winged warrior made it his mission to defend both gargoyles and humans. One fateful day, the captain of the guard betrayed Castle Wyvern, allowing enemy warriors to enter while the gargoyles slept. The castle sorcerer, the Magus, wrongly blamed the gargoyles for the attack and cast a spell, placing many of them under a stone sleep that would last 1,000 years. With his clan asleep, Goliath asked his young friend Tom to watch over the gargoyle eggs as their guardian. Then Goliath asked the Magus to cast his spell one more time. The artwork in this book is just fabulous. I love it. Now the 1,000 years have passed, and Castle Wyvern is at the top of the tallest building in Manhattan. There, finally, the spell is broken, and the gargoyles live again. To be honest, I thought that's where the story was going to end, because it's like, I didn't expect them to go so far. It's a little golden book. At first, the gargoyles don't know who to trust, but Goliath soon makes a new ally. Police detective Elisa Maza is the first to offer the gargoyles kindness and true friendship. With Elisa's help, Goliath makes it his mission to defend the city alongside his clan. He even inspires the other gargoyles to choose their own names. Brooklyn is Goliath's second in command. He is fearless and fast. When he's not gliding over the city, he's patrolling the streets on his gargoyle's motorcycle. Lexington has a mind for machines. From video games to vehicles, there's nothing this young inventor can't fix. Broadway has a big heart and an even bigger appetite. He's quick to defend his gargoyle brothers and is always hungry for more adventure and more breakfast. Hudson is wise beyond his wings. He teaches the clan about gargoyle traditions as he protects their new home, with the help of the clan's trusty gargoyle beast Bronx. They also enjoy kicking back to watch their favorite TV show, Celebrity Hockey. With the gargoyles keeping watch, the city has never been safer. Most humans are grateful for their help, but sadly, some still only see them as monsters. And these monsters have plenty of enemies waiting in the shadows, like David Xanatos. This evil genius wants to control the gargoyles, no matter the cost. In fact, he has spent a fortune creating gargoyle armor for himself, along with an army of rocket-powered Steel Clan robots to help his sinister schemes take flight. Demona was once a member of Goliath's clan, and now she's their greatest enemy. While the clan slept through the centuries, she stayed awake, targeting all humans for betraying her kind. She wants revenge, and the only ones standing in her way are the Gargoyles. Demona and Xanatos are a dangerous duo. They team up to take the Gargoyles down by bringing Goliath's brother, Coldstone, back to life. The two villains turn Coldstone into a cyborg zombie gargoyle and trick him into blaming Goliath for everything that went wrong 1,000 years ago. Of course, not every stranger in this strange new world ends up an enemy of the Gargoyles. Some may look frightening, but they are just frightened, like the mutates, innocent humans who were transformed in a Xanatos laboratory. They fought the Gargoyles at first, then eventually became their good friends. One evening, an armored knight sails through the mist into the lake in Central Park. It's Goliath's old friend Tom, now all grown up. He is still guardian of the eggs, and he asks Goliath, Elisa, and Bronx to go on a journey with him on his magical skiff to the mystic island of Avalon, where the eggs have hatched and grown into young gargoyles. Goliath has an instant bond with Angela, his long-lost daughter. Goliath invites Angela to join him in the place he now calls home, and the other gargoyles welcome her with open wings. The Manhattan clan is growing again. They are no longer the last of their kind. They are a family that will last forever. I love it. The end. I love these books. How many of these little golden books have you read? Probably none of them. I didn't even realize Dora the Explorer was made into a little golden book. Oh, I love it. I feel like picking up another copy and giving it away. But yes, there is story time. Yay. So Robert, I hope your daughter enjoyed it. And I expect all of you with kids, if they're already in bed, to show this to them tomorrow night. Lisa, I'm looking at you. Alrighty, so. Did anyone pick up on why I had Fox as the mascot this week? The little potato mascot. My little potatoes. Like I said, my voice is going to go really fast today. I found that fun. I don't mind doing it. I'm not going to do that with the comics because it's not a narrator, but that was yeah, that's right, Lisa. See, at least it's recorded for future reference. I got 2 issues of the SLG Gargoyles comics. Not bad. Aw, yay, Robert. I'm glad. Evan Star picked it up. Yep. Gold star for Evan Star. I should have a thing where it's Golden Star. Here's a sticker for getting it right. Bah. And I restarted with hitting the mic. I need to figure out something because hands and stuff and... Don't worry, Children of Oberon, Oberon on Children Talk, it's all the same thing, because I remember seeing somebody asking if, considering we had a couple of the ancient Egyptian gods and a couple of the Norse gods as Children of Oberon, if that kind of goes for other gods of mythology as well. So like we got the Greek gods, we got the ancient Roman gods, and I think that would be so bloody fun to talk about because we have all these religions across the globe. It's like, do we? I want to keep it to the ancient ones. I don't want to be upsetting anyone with their beliefs, even though there are people who currently believe in Norse mythology and ancient Egyptian, like, but it's different with the Abrahamic ones. So I just want to stick to the ancient ones. I will. Today is going to be hit the mic night, and not in a fun way. Oh, we have Akuma. We have Akuma that has graced us with his presence. He currently has the zoomies, so he won't be sticking around. He just ran away again. Yes, thank you, Mike. Everyone to like the video, and like I said, I'll say this every single bloody time. like I purposely share this video with people I know who don't care about gargoyles and whatever, but they still want to support me in some small way. So what I always tell them is, look, click on the link, let the video play, you know, on mute. I don't care if you actually, like, for other people who don't care about gargoyles, like, I don't care if you actually don't listen to the video, but have it on mute, have it on the background and playing, because that helps me. Honestly, that, like, YouTube takes that into account. They mark that. So if somebody, you know, has it playing for 2 full hours, that's 2 hours on good for me. So harass your loved ones. Nicely, but harass them. No, not Akuma, sorry. I guess maybe his name is Kuma, so just drop that first A. Yeah, just Kuma. But yeah. He ate about an hour ago, so I guess now it's, you know, run amok time. Oh, Robert. Tell your daughter thank you. I so appreciate that. Like, the thing is, kids don't really lie, depending on their age, obviously, but they are such, like, they just tell you what's on their mind and everything. So to hear that from a child's, it warms my heart. It just absolutely warms my heart. New Olympians gave Greek mythology feel. Like yeah, that's the thing. It's like, oh, is this person the daughter of, you know, these two mythological creatures? Is this one the son of these two? Like, I think the whole thing of Greg making certain mythological entities Children of Oberon, it just opened the door to, so essentially this is why we had this is why, like, the stories from, you know, ancient Greece, ancient Egypt, whatever, where it's like, oh yeah, so and so did this, so and so did that. It's like, oh, because they actually saw them do it in the Gargoyles universe. Like, what? Like, it's kind of like with Wonder Woman, you know, knowing the gods, and everyone else is just like, wait, what? These gods are real, type thing. So, oh, Robert, I adore your daughter right now. This is, I'm hitting everything. I'm melting with joy right now. Just So you are making I am not making an original comic. Fella, I cannot draw, as evidenced by my potatoes. I have no drawing ability. I just don't put in the time to learn how to draw. I kind of hate myself for that ever so slightly, because I do like drawing. It's just, I find it very frustrating very quickly, because for me it's if I don't learn it quickly, I don't want to learn it. Because as a kid, I just picked up on things really quickly. So as an adult, it's like, wait, why aren't I picking this up in 5 minutes? It's that sort of thing. But yeah, no comic on my, unless I think of something really stupid and just like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna make a stupid little comic about this, and just online thing maybe. But nothing yet. Kuma's he's being very silent right now. I know he's wandering somewhere. Usually they don't pop up, obviously. If you guys have been here for my previous lives, he tends to he's usually asleep during the lives, thankfully, but except for that one time he decided to chew on a cord for the lights. That was fun. Yeah, you can hire an artist and be the writer, but money, fella, the only downside with that is hiring an artist. The one thing I never want to do is essentially underpay somebody for their work. And learning how to be an artist, again, from my own personal experience, I know it takes a lot of hours to get to a certain level. And so to pay someone to do artwork for me, which is fine, I've commissioned stuff in the past, but to do something like a comic and then hope that that comic then makes money because I've written it. Like, I don't have the money up front to pay somebody to do that type of work. That, like, I've met artists over the years who work on Transformers comics and stuff. Like, I know they get paid pretty decently well for that. So if it was a thing of, oh, here's an artist that somehow they've seen my writing and they like it and they want to work on something together, and neither one of us makes money until the product starts making money, that's a whole different thing. But to hire someone nah. I am very much in favor of making sure people get paid properly for their work. So yeah, and I never want to put somebody in the position of, oh, but, you know, essentially I'll get more exposure for doing this because, you know, I'd be posting it to my channel and everything. And then, so they'll be willing to take a pay cut. No, I don't think that's fair. I want to make sure people can put a roof over their heads and food on the table. Call me a commie for that if you want, but yeah. But yes, so. And also another reason why I had Fox as my little potato. I was tempted to cosplay Fox in this video. So yeah, we're going to talk about Children of Oberon, so I'm going to have Fox there as my potato for this week. But also I kind of wanted to cosplay her. And then I went looking for, like, I found the makeup. I found pretty much everything I needed to do it. And then I went looking for her wig and I couldn't find it. So I'm like, okay, I guess that'll have to be saved for another live stream. I'll probably maybe just wait till the Halloween show. I know that Halloween doesn't fall on a Saturday this year. It falls on a Friday, but more than happy to dress up the next day on November the 1st to do it, but just didn't work out this time. My daughter would like you to know she wants to be a YouTuber like you one day. She's 7 years old. That's adorable. Oh my God. If she needs any tips, she is, when she gets older, because I don't want any, I don't like the idea of children doing YouTube videos. I think they should be able to just be kids, let them grow up a little bit. Once they hit like 14 minimum, but even then I'm a little I'd rather they be at least legal age, so minimum 16, 17, 18. But anyway, yeah, she is more than welcome to shoot me a message, even if there comes a day that I stop doing this. We're probably talking 20 years, whatever, but I keep my emails active. So if she does actually want to do it, and I will be happy to give her tips. That absolutely not a problem. It's also almost Halloween season, and she canonically became a werewolf for a bit. So see, that's the one thing I want to update on my Fox cosplay. Because I do have the regular Fox cosplay, and then I do have a trench coat and the Eye of Odin for when she's going through her metamorphosis and everything. But I want to, now that Halloween is coming up, so yay, costumes and stuff, I want to be able to buy just the gloves of a werewolf costume. And because there is that one scene where she grabs the eye and her hand reaches out, and that's the first part that starts transforming. I want to be able to do that. There is a cat trying to jump up on my lap right now. And is it a Kuma? It's a Kuma. It's Kuma. He's kind of begging for attention right now. He's being a big suck. He was literally right under my desk here, and so I let them. Yeah, there he is again. I can feel whiskers. Are you being a suck today? Yeah. It's not lap time. I know. What he likes to do is sometimes when he's tired, he'll look for me wherever I'm sitting, crawl into my lap and fall asleep. And it looks like he kind of wants that right now. I'll try and get him on camera, but he's being weird right now. I wonder, I'd like, here, if I move back a little bit, let's see if I can get him to jump up on the chair. But yeah, so I'm hoping to find a werewolf glove so I can do kind of that version of Fox. He's just sitting under the desk staring at me right now. Ooh. Okay, Robert, tell her I will try. He's being a little goof right now because he's literally just sitting under the desk kind of staring at me. He's trying. He has one brain cell working at the moment. I have made the joke that black cats are just gingers in disguise. So right now, I don't think he has the brain cell. So we'll see. Yeah, that's Cons of Summer Dreams figured it. Yeah. The thing is, when I got him, he kind of reminded me of like a little black bear. So it's just like, it kind of made sense to me to just call him Kuma. You want to come up and say hi? The brain cell's not there. We'll give it a minute. So we can continue talking gargoyles and Oberon's children and whatnot in the meantime. As soon as I can do something with him, I will do that. So Robert, you know, hopefully your daughter can be a little bit patient. I will get him as soon as I can, because he's just doesn't know what he's doing. So yes, just wait till you see him. I don't know if he'll let me hold him for very long. He's still at an age where he doesn't quite like being held. He's okay with it for about a second, and then he's like, no, I must go do things. Your cat wants all the lap space. It won't jump with your hand. Funny enough, Batman, he will. He'll jump into my lap with my hands there, but that's because he will be attacking my hands. And then once he realizes he can't really do anything, he'll then leave. So yes. Yeah, his eyes are big. So he's very happy with the fact that I'm moving my hands right now. So we'll see. But again, no, the brain cell is not with him currently. He's trying to figure out what exactly to do. Excuse me. I like it how the gargoyles of Japan are very good friends with humans. Got you. I got you. I got you. Like I said, the brain cell finally kicked in. Like I said, he doesn't like being held. So I hope y'all got a quick good look at him. Luckily, this is live. This can be rewound if you didn't quite catch it in that 1 second. But yeah, there he was. He's especially right now, he is in play mode, so being held is not a thing. Yeah, Kuma he turned a year in July. So August, September. He's 14 months old. He is still very much kitten. Yeah, cat, yeah. If my other cat was here, it might be a little bit easier with her. She's 7, and large. So, well, round, I should say, not large. She says he's so cute. He is. He very much is. He's cuter when he's not a blur, just running across everywhere. But he does love being chased. The one thing he absolutely loves is, excuse me, there's like a hair stuck to my nose and it's annoying the hell out of me. See, my other cat kind of hates him because of the age difference, but what he likes to do is he likes to whack her, sneak up on her, whack her, and get her to chase him. He'll do that with any animal that he's familiar with, as long as they chase. And that includes humans. He will sit there and just be like, are you gonna? And if you just make one move, he just bolts. He loves being chased. He is a little panther. I was hoping, I don't know if the camera caught it, the little bat signal on his back, because he's not a pure black cat. He has that little white spot where I guess all the goodness cracked or something, all the craziness comes out. I don't know. But yeah, he's an adorable little thing. He has his moments. All cats have their personalities, to put it nicely. He's an adorable little thing. I'm so glad. Oh my god. I'm just really glad that when it came to training him, because I do train my cats to a certain extent, he's very gentle with his scratching and biting. He's very, very gentle. So especially at his young age, they usually it takes a while. So I guess I was teaching him when he had the brain cell, I'm assuming. But yes, he's still running around. It's just right now he's like, no, if I come over here, I get picked up. I don't want that. I want to run around. Okay, so yeah, the white spot was caught. I was pretty sure it was, but it was so quick. Oh my God. I swear it's his fur. Yeah, it's his fur that I'm now having stuck on my nose and my lips and everything now because of the lip oil. Oh my God, it's nothing but his fur on my face now. Guys, the things I do for you. Like, yeah, he found something. I remember watching game shows from Canada that was on the USA Network when I was a kid, like Jackpot, Chain Reaction, Bumper Stumpers, and I don't know any of those. Bumper Stumper sounds a little bit familiar, but the rest of them I didn't watch game shows. The game shows I did watch, Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, and Price is Right. Those were the game shows I grew up on. And the fact that they're all still going, that's what's awesome. It was really weird. People, I don't consider myself like extra smart or anything, just average. But I guess because I watched Jeopardy so much and because I would read random stuff all the time, if I was watching Jeopardy with family members or whomever and I was able to answer the questions, they thought I was, or question the answers, I guess technically with Jeopardy, they thought I was really smart. It's just like, no, I just read random nonsense. Like, I'm not doing anything special here. And plus, I'd only be able to answer like half the clues. So I was like, no, this is just random knowledge that I've come across. Same here, especially when homesick from school. Either homesick from school or my mother had the habit, and I don't really blame her, but lunch was only 20 minutes in elementary school, and she didn't like that. So she'd pick me up from school, and the school is like 5 minutes away, but she'd pick me up from school at the lunch hour to go have lunch at home so I could, have the whole hour to eat a proper meal, not just like a regular sandwich or whatever. And so because of that, Price is Right was always on. And so I got to watch Price is Right while everyone else was, outside playing, but in minus 30-degree temperature while I was, warm at home, just enjoying lunch. Fun. All right. Oh, we have been at this for like 43 minutes and we have barely talked about Oberon's Children. What are we doing? What are we doing? But at the same time, I forgot to open my wiki and look up Oberon's Children. I was going to do that, but again, friend with the birds. Those burbs are important. Burbs. I gotta say, I am so happy that I have a new to me desk that I finally have. It is in the garage, so hopefully this week I can put it together and actually have a keyboard tray and hopefully have more space for my mic and everything. And because right now it's just no. Okay, I guess I have to go through Oberon's link. What are you doing? What are you doing? That's all. How I also got sick of chicken noodle soup. I almost never ate chicken noodle soup as a kid. And that's probably because immigrant parents. I'd have variations of chicken noodle soup, but never just pure straight chicken noodle soup. That wasn't until like essentially older years where I had money and it would be like, oh, chicken noodles. No word of a lie, I didn't have a grilled cheese sandwich until my teens. Okay, I was well into my teens before I had a grilled cheese sandwich. It's just one of those things. I did that too, although sometimes it'd be the Flintstones or 60 Spider-Man on instead of Price is Right. All right, Oberon. Okay, okay. I guess. Oh, I guess I should have looked up. You know, the third race. There we go. Children of Oberon. Okay, unless that's just a glitch in the website or something, because I should be able to type in. Oh, instead of Oberon's Children's Children of Oberon. Oh, specific. Okay, that was fun. Nice to know how specific the website is. This is why it takes me so long to research too. Sometimes I'm looking for something. It's like, why isn't it coming up on the wiki? And then it's just, oh, I flipped the words. Let's see, anything cool about the Children of Oberon. Oh, and also, by the way, in case no one reads their emails, especially when it says Kickstarter on them, because Lord knows I don't. I just quickly skim. The book's apparently on the press at the printer. What exactly that's supposed to mean, I don't know. I'm just waiting for the books are shipping. That's the email I'm waiting for from Kickstarter. I'm tired of the whole, you know, it's on the press at the printer. It's been brought to the printer. It's this at the I don't care anymore, really. I don't want to be hearing any of that anymore. It's just when I just want the shipping notification, and I want them to ship to my friend so that, you know, I can get them soon. That's all. Well, seeing we saw Kuma and he is a little panther makes me think of the Mark of the Panther, which brings us to Anansi. I liked that episode. I don't like spiders, but I liked that episode. I think the soft covers are being printed. Yeah, it's first the soft covers, then the hard covers, and yeah. So paperbacks, hardcovers, and deluxe editions. That's the order they're going in, which is, it makes sense. The last books to be completed will be the premiere editions because of the gold gilding on the pages. Another reason why I'm glad I didn't buy that set, just because of time. So yeah, there's still 438 backers who haven't finalized their shipping information through the pledge manager. They said they emailed each person individually. So guys, just in case, check your spam or anything. If you donated to the Kickstarter and you haven't given them your shipping address, I want to make sure everyone gets what they ordered. You know, never mind on their end. I just want to make sure if anyone here in the chat or even watches this after it's been posted, whatever, I want to make sure that everyone, you know, gets their books. So yeah, be sure to check your spam, junk, whatever it's called. Go to the Kickstarter thing. There should be a link, I think, to the shipping manager or whatever. It's the pledge manager. There should be something there. So yes. If you haven't done that yet, there's 438 of you. Get on that. I don't want anyone missing out, especially now since it's on the press, whatever the heck that means. I'm waiting for, they're done. They're about to be shipped. That's it. We'll get the, oh, I hope not for Christmas. I haven't started. I really hope not for Christmas. Gimme. I'm getting impatient. I am one of the most patient people when it comes to collecting stuff. It's weird how patient I can be. Tired of waiting. Tired. Just gimme. They've said that over and over again. I won't believe it till it's on my doorstep. Even, you know what, Lisa, even them saying it's shipping, technically I won't even believe them with that until it shows up at my friend's house. It can't be my doorstep. But yeah, until it shows up at her door, I'm not gonna believe them for that either. And I don't even remember what I ordered. Nope. I think I know I ordered the Marvel ones, but I'm pretty sure I added something else to that. I don't remember what. I know it wasn't just the Marvel trade paperback. Who knows? It's been so long. There's Eric. Thank you. Check until new webcam fund. Is your shirt golden or black? Love that one dress. Just kidding. But yeah. Yes, there the $3 where we've officially started the new webcam fund. I like it, it's useful, but my God, the fact that this thing won't, you know, will change the brightness depending whether or not my hand is visible on screen. Apparently it's time for a new one. The older I've gotten, the more respect I have for Hudson. Yep. Although, is it wrong that I kind of want to have an episode where he yells at somebody to get off his lawn? I know he doesn't have a lawn, but I kind of want to see him say that anyway. I don't want old man yells at clouds, but old man yells at kids to get off his lawn. That one I'll take. Considering they're over a year late at this point, so I think a ton of folks are losing patience. Yeah. I haven't ordered many Kickstarters. Again, mostly it's just a money issue, but like this one was yes, I have to because if this, and more than likely this is another thing of, oh, Disney sees that we're spending money, so I was going to contribute a small amount. And the fact that we are over a year at this point, it's like, guys, who was coordinating this? Who was behind the scenes that, decided which printer to use, what happened here? I understand delays. I know there was one Kickstarter that I was involved in, and something did happen and stuff did get delayed, but it was a couple months and things went back on track. So I really want to know the logistics, who messed up, because to take this long, somebody messed up somewhere. I don't know if I almost want to say that they may not be saying that the whole tariff thing got in the way, because I think these were originally going to be like printed in China, then shipped over to the States and where else, but because of the tariffs, maybe they found an American printer and this is where the hiccup is coming from. To avoid the tariffs, because that's the thing, majority of the backers are going to be Americans, and now all of a sudden something that should have shipped over or a year ago at least, and there was no tariff issue, now suddenly is going to have the problem of tariffs because they took so long? Or is it the tariffs kicked in and they went, oh, we need to find a way to avoid this, and so they found a different printer stateside, and that's where the delay is, and they just won't. If that's the reason why there's such a big delay, can you just tell us? It would be much easier to go, hey guys, we had a printer overseas that was going to do this, but because the tariffs kicked in while we were figuring stuff out, and we don't want people to have to pay tariffs on a thing that essentially they already budgeted for, they already paid for, because we all have paid up front, we're all paid for this. So essentially, and we've all paid for the shipping. So to go, oh yeah, by the way, you need to pay again for this, I don't think would have made a lot of people very happy. So, if it was a thing of we had to change printers to avoid the tariffs, I don't think anyone would have been mad at that news saying, oh, there's going to be a delay while we look for new printers so that you guys don't have to pay tariffs. Like, I don't know. Get off my chair. There. I will. Yes, I will take that. Probably tariffs and Diamond. They probably ran out of money. There's that thing too. The thing is, I won't say they probably ran out of money, because remember, we paid for this up front. That's the upside of Kickstarter, is you essentially don't need the funds to get this going, to get it off the ground. It's you tell people this is the idea we have, and this is what we'll give you if you pay this much money. My shirt's bothering me. And so they use our funds to pay for things, so they have the money up front. Again, if it's a whole thing of tariffs and you changed everything to avoid the tariffs, that's fine. I'm okay with that delay. So the fact that they went so long without an update, I think that's what happened. That's my little theory. More than likely there was an issue with Diamond too. No question there, but does Diamond have anything to do with this? I don't think so. I think it's just Dynamite, which means, again, and Diamond's not distributing this. So as much as I want to go thanks Diamond on this, hashtag thanks Diamond, I don't think Diamond is to blame on this one. As much as I like to blame Diamond. Based on the other trade paperbacks being delayed for the current run, I wouldn't be surprised if the Diamond fiasco played a hand as well. No, for the trade paperbacks, for the current running comics, 100% Diamond. Hashtag thanks Diamond for those delays. That one is yeah, more than likely Diamond's issues is having a hand in those delays. That one's fine, but I don't think they have anything to do with the Kickstarter delays. I think it was just they wanted to find another printer to avoid the tariffs, and they just didn't tell anybody for some reason. Why? My whole thing is just, why not be upfront with that news? Why go silent for... They went silent for how many months? We got no updates. And then they're like, oh, by the way, I think during that silent period, they were trying to find a new printer. Plenty of Kickstarters have had the money spent on other things before production. No, that's true. But that's the whole point of Kickstarters. It's they use our money to fund the project. You know, more than likely there is some money from the people who set up the Kickstarter before anything starts, 100%. But it's essentially our money that's funding everything. So, oh, my nose is itchy. I'm guaranteed there's a Kuma fur hair on my nose. Just learned last year that the majority of paper used in the US comes from Canada. Yes, that's very true. Comics included. So yeah, the tariffs are most likely holding things up. For me, it's the tariffs from China, because it would have been printed there and then shipped to the States, and there's tariffs there. I'm not sure that did we? I haven't been keeping up on the tariff news. For me, it was like, oh, there's tariffs. Let me find a way to just avoid shipping between the two countries. But yeah, Mike's not wrong. Pretty much all American paper comes from Canada. We are covered in trees, so paper, toilet paper, paper towels, that's all us. You're welcome. No. We will hold back the paper if you guys don't smarten up. No. But yeah. So I think it was too many countries, and pretty much the entire planet has gotten too reliant on getting things done in China, Vietnam, Bangladesh, whatever. And it's business-wise, I understand. But because of everything that's currently going on, countries are now trying to figure out how to fix things. So, oh yeah, we'll just usually ship it from China, and everything blew up. Yes, Canada is cool. We are very cool. In fact, even the weather is starting to show that, because fall has finally we're actually having a real fall. I'm weirded out by this. I'm either used to it's September, it's already really stupid cold, or it's September and we're still getting August heat. So the fact that we're actually having fall weather. I know it's not officially autumn yet. That's not until September 21st. But for me, it's just very strange that we're actually having, fall weather. All right. So we did that update. Back to the Children of Oberon. Man, I can ramble about the dumbest things. I don't know about anybody else, but when I look up this stuff, because there's a lot of stuff on the wiki that is canon in training, and if you haven't watched my canon in training video, do it. What are you waiting for? How dare you? But the stuff in blue is usually canon in training, so I like reading that stuff, because is it the blue stuff? Yeah, because where did it go? Why does it have a question mark? Wow, my internet is slow today. Luckily, I'm hoping it's not affecting the stream. I haven't luckily heard any complaints. But yeah, my internet's very, very slow today. I'm also trying to read so that it kind of gives my throat a bit of a rest. I'm straining as it is. But yes, I'm pretty sure everything in blue is supposed to be canon and training, if I remember correctly. But yeah, they point out what's what. Yeah. They're not okay. Yeah. So again, in case anyone missed it, Oberon's children do not mean that they are his actual biological children. Pretty sure he has a few. It's Oberon. Guaranteed he's helped create a few actual children. But yeah, Children of Oberon, he's the pater familias, or whatever the phrase is. Yeah, pater familias. He's just the head of the household. Yeah, it's beautiful out here. The leaves are starting to change and everything. That is when it comes to autumn, the thing I miss the most now that I live out here in Alberta. So first of all, I'm still getting used to the fact that the leaves start changing in August. I don't like that. But we don't get the colors out here. They go from green to yellow to brown. That's all we get. I miss the oranges and the reds from Southern Ontario, and I'm trying to find a way to get my butt somewhere out east, or at least just further south. But given there's not much Canada left between me and the border out here, so I'd be happy with somewhere in Ontario, Quebec too. I really don't care, just somewhere in those areas, especially essentially upper and lower Canada, so that I can go see the fall colors again. It's been since 2019. No, I saw them in 2019. So since 2020, I have not seen fall colors, and I miss it so much. I purposely watch sometimes the news from Toronto and Montreal, because the weather person will show something, nature-wise, and I get to see the colors that way. I miss it so much. So much. Oh, I got, oof. You guys chatted while I was rambling again. Do. Where am I? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to wait on mine, hardcovers and signed. Oh, have fun with that, Sean. I don't envy you. I figured there's gonna be plenty of... I can meet Greg again. I'll bring books for him to sign. I've done it before. Ooh, who's your favorite child of Oberon? Out of the ones we've seen, because again, if we're going to go with the whole thing of, excuse me, that all gods of myth are children of Oberon, that's even going to be harder to narrow down, because that's a lot. If we're just going with the ones confirmed, that still leaves a big chunk. Because yeah, we have Puck, we have Banshee, we have Anansi, we have Odin, we have it's technically been slightly confirmed, but Thor and Loki, even though they did not survive Ragnarok. Who else? Coyote, grandmother, Anubis. I don't want to go with the usual Anubis because of ancient Egyptian fascination and obsession, but yeah, it's gonna have to be Anubis, and I'm not going to divulge as to why in the live, not today, because I do have a video that I am working on, and it involves talking about Anubis, obviously the show. So I'm going to hold off on that. If there's questions afterwards, after that video, by all means, then I'll answer. But until I do that video, I'm going to, because I have other reasons, so I'm just gonna, on that, just until that video is released. I gotta finish that script for that. my notes. Sometimes my notes are done like that, and sometimes my notes take a day and a half. I don't know why. My chat here jumped, and that was Desi C with the weather. Now back to DC for Gargoyles updates. Yeah, you know what? Once winter hits, I will be glad to tell you about how miserable our winters are out here. Especially for those of you who, I know there's a few Canadians, so yeah, it'll just be fun doing the contrast between like where it's a little warmish in the States and then up north here. I never really thought about it. If I had to choose, I'd probably say Puck. Puck is fun. Puck is very fun. My sister lives in Leduc. She misses the thunderstorms and the leaves. I miss the thunderstorms too, Lisa. I'm so sad. I love Ontario thunderstorms. They're just, there's just, oh, when I finally hear thunder out here, I get happy. So rarely do the rainstorms. I don't even want to call them storms, but when it rains here, it's a flip of the coin if we even get thunder. Never mind lightning. Like half the time, it's just dark clouds and rain. It's so boring. I miss Ontario storms. According to Greg Weisman, he and Titania have 2 together, and he has 2 mortal sons, Merlin, and Titania has Fox. But I'm sure Oberon got around. It's usually the males that get around. But yeah, so yeah, Titania has Fox, hence the potato. Yeah, and I forgot about Merlin. See, this is why I have the wiki. But yeah, I who was the other one? Oh, they have okay, known Children of Oberon. Thank you to the people who put together this wiki. Anansi, Anubis, Ariel, Banshee, Caliban, Coyote, Grandmother, Green Knight, Lady of the Lake. How could I forget Lady of the Lake? Queen Mab, although she is Oberon's mom. Morgana Le Fay, Not, Oberon, Odin, Puck, Raven, Sleipnir, Titania, and the Weird Sisters. How did I blank on the Weird Sisters? But yes, those are the known Children of Oberon. Obviously, there are more, but I mean, it was right now we've had 52 episodes and a handful of comics, so I don't think Greg's going to go through everybody, but have you seen Has Been Hotel? Oh, okay, so I've heard of Has Been Hotel. I remember the one episode that was released years ago, and then like nothing came of it before the actual show came out. I have not watched it yet, though. I have heard nothing but good things from it, so I am kicking myself because I haven't watched it yet. It's on my list. 100% it is on my list. Keith David being one of the reasons. I'd prefer to read a Daredevil and Gargoyles team up. That would be fun. Honestly, Gargoyles goes so well with so many other franchises that it's essentially just give me all the crossovers. Like I don't mind. Just give me. Just give me. I do want to see Gargoyles and Batman. I'm sorry. The fact that they are technically so similar but very different, that's the crossover I want to see. Gargoyles and Batman. Also because although I think it would be more fun, Gargoyles and Flash. Is that just me? Am I weird on that one? Coyote, Banshee, Raven. Favorite is Odin, Oberon. But yeah, so like there's just so many. Oh, that's Ariel. Okay. It's like, who the heck is Ariel? Were we talking about the Little Mermaid over here? But no. And then there's the real world background. But I want to see if it's mentioned anywhere in this wiki. At some point, Oberon passed a decree. Taking on their identities, okay. Don't Okay, indeed, to speak of their biology is utterly inaccurate since they have none as we understand it. Good to know. Yeah, see, a child of Oberon may appear to be slain, only to reappear later alive, as has already been the case for the Banshee and Anansi. Whether any of the third race have already perished permanently through battle is uncertain, although rumor has it that some of the Aesir, I really got to figure out how to say that, branch of the third race, including Thor and Loki, were slain in a battle that became the original Ragnarok in Norse mythology. So that was... I don't think it mentions anywhere here about any kids. Okay, there's Merlin. Okay, while in mortal form, fair folk can mate with mortals of the species whom form they have taken and even have children by them. These halfling offspring, blah, blah, blah. Although this varies from individual to individual. Merlin, the halfling son of Oberon, was one of the greatest wizards of all time. Fox, the halfling daughter of Titania, has virtually no third race magic in her due to having been raised strictly as a human. While they may age more slowly, halflings can be killed or destroyed. Most unusual of halflings are the new Olympians, although they are another story discussed more properly in their own entry. So yeah, those are the only actual children of Oberon and Titania that have been mentioned so far. Just Merlin and Fox. I need to catch up on the chat again. Gargoyles and the Tick. Oh my god. I really got to go back and watch the Tick one of these days. I swear I must have at least read a Gargoyles and Batman crossover or something. It may have been fan created Batman, more than likely, because officially, no. Officially, there's nothing. Fan created, pretty good possibility. Gargoyles and Power Rangers, I'd be up for that one too. That's the thing. It's literally pick something that I watched from my childhood, stick it with Gargoyles, and I'll read it. That's it. I'm not going to be picky. Gargoyles and Atlantis. See, that one is technically a thing. It just... Disney, can we do this, please? Disney, can you give us that one? See, I feel like an idiot because, as I said in my last video, the crossover between Gargoyles and Atlantis was shown at every gathering because that was their place to show it. And when I went in 2004, I somehow missed it. Either I missed it or I literally have no recollection of watching it. So, but either way, like, it's not there. It's not there. I cannot recall it. So it's more than likely that I just never saw that. And so I missed it. And it's a thing of, I hope that Greg gets an opportunity to show it again at another convergence. One that, if I'm able to go, will be that one. So I don't miss it. Because I don't even know if it was shown at the last convergence. My trip to convergence was an absolute disaster. So I missed a lot on that one. But, like, please, Disney, can we make this happen? Like, unfortunately, we don't have... I don't know if Leonard Nimoy would have been needed in that crossover. But Michael J. Fox is, like, his Alzheimer's and stuff is, or is it Parkinson's? Either way, like, we're gonna lose him sooner rather than later. And I would love it if we got this project going so that he could record his line. He's gonna sound older, more than likely. Because those diseases, they do affect the vocal cords and whatnot. But if he can sound somewhat younger, or even they can play around with it in post, so that he sounds a little bit younger, whatever help he needs. But I want him to reprise his role as Milo. I want him to reprise that role. I want him... The suckiest part about liking Atlantis, Gargoyles, G1 Transformers, Thundercats, Masters of the Universe, He-Man, Ninja Turtles from back then. What sucks is that these shows are now so old that so are the voice actors. And it's one thing if they sound old in their recording. If you compare X-Men from the 90s and X-Men 97, and compare Cal Dodd, his voice for Wolverine, it's still Wolverine, but you can hear the age in X-Men 97. So that's one thing I can kind of deal with that. But I want them to be able to come back and do their characters. So it's like, okay, Gargoyles at Atlantis, can we make this happen? Like it's Atlantis came out in 2001. Can we get a 30-year anniversary? 30th anniversary. So start the recording now, start the animation now, and have it release in 2031. I am totally up for that. But get on it. Because people like Michael J. Fox, their illnesses are going to take them sooner than we like. So I want to get that going. I remember when Toon Disney used to do a Halloween Gargoyles marathon. I didn't even know that they did that. Parkinson's, thank you, Lisa. But yep, I located 6 crossovers via Google. The fans love their crossovers. Michael J. Fox always seemed like a nice guy. It sucks that really good people seem to suffer from debilitating illnesses when they're young. The upside is he seems to be doing really well with it, in considering that he has Parkinson's. Like a lot of people, unfortunately, get something like that. They get diagnosed with that, and it's just a straight, like, it's nothing but suffering. He seems to be doing okay. He's still doing cons. I don't know how hard or easy it is for him to do them, but the fact that he is leads me to believe that, his medications and whatever changes he's made to his lifestyle, they're helping, they're working for him. So he's able to still do these. Granted, not as long as he probably could have were he not sick, but I'll take anything essentially, because again, if I'm pretty sure everyone here has watched Atlantis. When I saw that and realized that it was him doing the voice, like, oh, his voice works really bloody well for voiceover. Like, I really enjoy this, and he does a really good job. So I would like for, him to reprise his role as Milo, for Kree to reprise her role, and just all that stuff. I would absolutely love it. And now I want to watch Atlantis again, because it was such a good... I hate that it flopped, and for really stupid reasons, because it wasn't because it was a bad story. Jem and the Gargoyles and the Misfits can join Xanatos. Oh god. Can we make this happen too? I think that would be a riot. They are celebrating their 40th anniversary. Yeah, can we make that happen too? That would just be an absolute blast. Atlantis and Treasure Planet are so underrated. I gotta be honest, I have yet to see Treasure Planet. That is one that I have not gotten around to. That's mostly a thing of I no longer have access to Disney Plus. So, because my one friend who was letting me watch, they lost their job, and so I had to cancel a bunch of their subscriptions. So I lost access to Disney Plus. But I was slowly getting through things, and Treasure Planet was on the list, and then I lost access, and it's either get access again to Disney Plus or sail the high seas and somehow get it, because I don't even think the library would have a copy of that because it's so old, which sucks in its own sense. This is why if there's something that the library has, and there's a long wait list to see it, read it, whatever, put yourself on the wait list, because first of all, libraries will keep things longer if they're popular for longer periods of time, whatever. But yeah. See it when you can. That's what again, it's one of those things that failed And I don't even know the story behind Treasure Planet. I wouldn't be surprised if it's another thing of it was released at the wrong time. And by the wrong time, I just mean, oh, they happened to have, you know, these 3, 4 other movies were coming out at the same time and people went to go see that instead of. I wouldn't be surprised. I think crossovers should be better than the source material usually is subpar. I have yet... Have I read a crossover? Me trying to rack my brain to try and remember if I've ever actually read a crossover, and I don't think I have. But let's be honest, okay, if we want to say, you know, read, well, I'll take into consider, I'll, you know, the Gargoyles Atlantis crossover I haven't seen, you know, the little bits that were released at the gatherings, but I have read about it, and it seems like a fantastic story. But then again, that's Greg at the helm. That's Greg. Because I haven't been into comics, I'm gonna say no. That's where most crossovers happen anyway. I mean, if you want to take into account the Marvel movies, because technically they are crossovers, even though they are all in the same universe. See, with comics, it means more because they have their own world, and then suddenly they're meeting with this one person. But with the movies, you kind of know what's going to happen, sort of thing. I don't know. But yeah, no. And I have my own opinions about the Marvel movies, but we won't get into that today. Or do you? Nah. It was really expensive to make, and Disney didn't want to make 2D animation anymore, so they intentionally underpromote it. Say like, honestly, it's really, really weird who they have either as consulting or just whatever the heck. Because remember, Eisner wanted to buy Marvel back when it was pennies on the dollar, because Marvel just kept finding ways to go bankrupt in the 90s. And Eisner wanted to buy... So Disney wanted to buy Marvel back in the 90s, and people told him no. Because, oh, but Spider-Man is owned by... or this company has the rights to Spider-Man, and this company has the rights to Iron Man, and blah, blah, blah. And so if you want to make a Spider-Man movie, you have to figure out who has the rights to it at the moment. You can't just make a Spider-Man movie whenever the heck you want. And so Eisner was told you shouldn't buy Marvel. And he took their advice. Look how well that worked out. Instead of buying it when it was worth $5, obviously not $5, but it was worth $5. And instead of buying it then, Disney kept puttering and doing its own thing, intentionally under promoting, you know, movies because, hey, we want to be done with 2D animation for reasons. And then bought Marvel when it was at its bloody peak, essentially. Granted, they've made money off of having Marvel now. But it's one of those things of, you guys just really are not good at making decisions when it would be best for you. I don't get it. Long ago, I was following a fanfic series of Buffy that was under the name Coffee. They would cross over with all the other popular TV shows. That's so cool. When it comes to fan fiction, I don't mind the crossovers, but like you said, it's got to be better than the source material. It's got to be up there. Not saying any of the writers are bad, but I'm a very picky reader. So like reading a crossover of 2 shows that I love, this needs to be done really bloody well. And it always just kind of somehow misses the mark. Just like essentially that's where an editor would come in. Because most fanfic writers are just people like us who just like writing about their favorite shows. And this is why professional writers do have editors and stuff. Just like, oh, you need to tweak this one little thing. You need to just alter this little thing. Take this chunk, you know, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's that little thing of an editor needed to be in here. All good writing. But... although back in the day, I used to mock some of the bad writing. I kind of feel bad about that. I misted it. If anyone's watched or heard of Mystery Science Theater, where, you know, is puppets and a dude. that would watch a really old movie and just mock it type thing. I used to do that with some people's writings. Just, not the writing itself, but like the premise and this, and then my characters kind of took a life of their own and went crazy. I'm like, I need to stop this. They're getting mean. The problem with Treasure Planet is also within a couple of weeks of it coming out, there was Spider-Man, Star Wars Episode 2, and got see, that's the thing. Most of the time, yes, whether a company, Disney, whomever, when they put out a movie and they don't put the marketing behind it, that does affect whether people will see it or not. But there have been too many times in the past where, you know, the company doesn't even let you know this movie's coming out. Somebody goes to watch it. It turns out to be a bloody hit. They tell people whatever, and it makes their money anyway, type thing. And then you have these big name movies that are supposed to be box office hits, and they flunk anyway because it's a bad story. But yeah, for Disney movies, really, it's either because Disney really messed up somewhere along the line, and I don't mean story-wise, they just messed up with marketing or stuff like that, or it got released, and then you have, like with Atlantis, you had Shrek, Lara Croft, Fast and the Furious, all those movies to crush it. And with Treasure Planet, Spider-Man and Star Wars Episode 2. Granted, Star Wars Episode 2 has its own bloody problems, but you put Star Wars in front of anything and people will line up for hours to go see that versus Treasure Planet, which is just, oh, it's another Disney movie type thing. And I will again bring, and this is why I'm so mad at whatever the production cut, because I doubt it would be, but yeah, I'm going to blame Hasbro. When it came to Transformers 1, I didn't see any of the marketing, so this is all secondhand knowledge. This is what I've heard from people, is that they marketed it, I think, more as a comedy thing for kids, and then people went to go watch the movie, some because it's Transformers, we're going to see it anyway, and some because, oh, this looks like a nice, fun movie for kids. And it was completely different from the marketing. Like, the marketing turned off a lot of people from seeing it. And at the same time now, because all these companies are just trying to push everything onto streaming services, it was only in theater for 2 weeks. So they messed up on the marketing, went, well, look, Transformers 1 kind of failed. We're not going to do this sort of thing again. And everyone else is like, you gave us 2 weeks to go see this, and you told us it was this type of movie, and instead it was this type of movie. Like, what are you doing? Who was in charge of marketing this? So there's that too. Oh, I just remember that I bought all the Batman crossovers on eBay. They all sucked. Oh no. Batman Spider-Man comic. There was 2 more. Batman Spawn. I'm sorry that they sucked. I hate like, again, as a reader, I used to read like crazy as a kid, stopped for a chunk of time. Not stop, but slowed down considerably. And I'm picking it up again. Oh, that, like, to know that storytelling, I think, is one of the best things humans can do, whether it's by mouth or, you know, by written word. And I don't care the story, comic, novel, whatever. And to know that they messed it up, especially when you have characters like Batman, Spider-Man, Spawn, like, here are these awesome characters on a silver platter and you messed up the story. And in instances like that, it's my theory that they don't care about the story. It's, we have these characters, they're going to sell anyway. All the TF1 ads I saw were on YouTube and definitely made it look bad. See? Like, I went to go see it. When I found out Transformers 1 was out, I think it was like 2 weeks, or it was coming out. It was like 2 weeks before it actually came out. So I had very little, a very short heads up. I wasn't paying attention. I go to Transformers conventions and I paid no attention to Transformers 1. But again, it comes from where I am on the internet and how much marketing was done about, hey, this is being made. But yeah, I went to go see it because I kept hearing from people, this is the Transformers movie that, if you are a longtime Transformers fan, this is the movie that we have been asking for. We finally, essentially, we have that Transformers movie and we don't got to worry about the dang humans, which one of the reasons why I love Beast Wars so much. There's no humans. Granted, yes, they have the proto-humans near the end, but there's no humans. And as much as I love animated and Prime, and you know, I'm going through the series, a lot of the time I'm like, I don't want these humans here. I'm here to watch a story about robots, you know. Whereas with Gargoyles, because humans and gargoyles are like this already in the storytelling, it has been since, you know, episode 1. I don't mind the story of the humans. But with Transformers, it's been, here's these big transforming robots. Oh, look cool. You know, they fight, they do this. Oh, by the way, here's a couple humans that help them. What? Granted, they've gotten better with including the humans, but it's just like, just give me fighting robots. And they finally did with Transformers 1. And I hear they're actually looking at maybe making a second one. Fingers crossed. I hope I'm not wrong on that info. But I've been hearing stuff, so I don't know. Batman TMNT wasn't bad if I remember well. Good to hear, because again, that's a combo I enjoy. That's the one thing I hate about comics. And not that I hate comics. Obviously, I'm collecting them. It gets expensive. I love being able to read comics. I had a handful as a kid. I liked them. But in order to read comics, you had to buy them. Whereas if I want to read a novel, I literally just go to the library if I don't want to spend the money. Libraries aren't really known for having comics. Now, I haven't checked to see if they have trade paperbacks, because now they are in book form. I'm going to double check that. But yeah, it's really, there's so many comics that I want to read. It's like, wait, you expect me to drop essentially almost $100 a month so I can read all the, like, no, I can't do that. I put them in a library, something. Yes, Batman TMNT were good comics, love them. No love for the movies, too watered down. It's the translation thing and all that. This is why even when it comes to novels, the books tend to be better than the show or the movie. It is what it is. I love Beast Wars 2. Eventually gave... Oh! You gave away your DVDs? Okay, 1 point knocked off for Batman. No. How? Why? Why did you give them away? Especially depending which release it was, because some of them are harder to find. Like, what? Yeah, see, Lisa knows what I'm talking about. Beast Wars is dope. I love how on a Gargoyles channel I keep bringing it back to Transformers. This is what happens when a nerd of one show is a nerd of everything. I'm trying to hold off on a commission idea and I'm failing. I blame Evanstar. Don't worry. You know what? If it makes you feel better, Sean, I blame Evanstar too. I gave them to kid relatives. Okay, you get your point back, Batman. You get your point back. I can... If you're giving it to kids so that they can enjoy, you know, this awesome thing, then fine. That's cool. If you just like gave them away or whatever, be like, what are you doing? Although if you just gave them away to even just random kids, that's okay too. But as long as it's kids, you gotta continue the obsession. That's the whole thing. Just continue the obsession. Always do that. You know what you did, Evanstar. You know what you did. Voice is starting to go. I don't know if you guys can hear it yet. I can, yeah, I'm feeling it. Today was not a good day voice-wise, and I don't know why. Essentially, I rolled out on the wrong side of the bed or whatever, and it's just been giving me problems all day. Nothing was helping, so it's always Evanstar. See? It's always Evanstar. VCRs are coming back. Are you kidding me? Is this real? Are VCRs coming back? Do I need to go back? Oh God, trying to bring those back from Ontario. No, they can stay there. I ain't traveling with those. Well, I'm sure my mother has a VCR sitting somewhere in the basement that I can just dig up. Heaven Star, you are not an angel. We all know this. Oh my goodness. One of these days I should probably just bring down a cup of tea with me in a thermos or something. Because this is the water is nice. It just does not really do much. $180. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's crazy. VCRs for $180, which guaranteed if you go look at like Facebook Marketplace, you could probably find one for 20. Depending on who's selling it, if it's somebody just getting rid of stuff or somebody trying to make a buck off of it, because I laughed the day I found the old rotary phones. And I mean nothing fancy rotary phone, just like a regular ugly rotary phone that I used to like, hey, I remember this phone. Oh yeah, we're selling it for $300. What are you talking about? You can't do anything with this phone other than have fun with the rotating numbers. What? Oh, but it's vintage. Get out. Propolis for your throat. I'm going to write that down. I forgot my notebook, but luckily I have post-it notes here. So I've never heard of that, but I'm going to look it up, but obviously not during the stream. Polis, L-I-S. Yeah, because you'd think, you know, you talk all week and whatever, and for some reason my throat starts to give out during a live. And I know it's 2 hours consistent talking, but the fact that this keeps happening every week, it's like, But yeah, I may just have tea with honey with me next time. I have no idea where the cables for my VCR have gone. Lisa, they are in a box in the basement in the corner where you never go. 100%. That is buried there somewhere. They cannot bring VCR. I got rid of my VHSs when we moved 2 years ago. Well, there's your mistake, Evan. Yeah, why would you get rid of your VHSs? Why would you do that? I have a good chunk of them in my mother's basement, and that's where they will stay. Again, I have a VCR buried somewhere there. Somewhere. I do miss we had a DVD player, but it was a multi-disc DVD player, so you could put 5 discs in, just, you know, go through the discs. So for something like Gargoyles, especially season 2 volume 1, where it's 3 discs, just popped all 3 in and just let it. Oh my gosh, that's where my missing disc must be. Oh my gosh. So I have obviously Gargoyles season 2 volume 2, and I believe I mentioned it in a past live, or even if I didn't, the first disc is missing from that set, and it's been missing for I don't even know how many years. I don't even remember, like, the fact that it was missing, I didn't even know. I popped it open because I needed screenshots for an episode, for one of my videos, and I went, where the heck is the first disc? I searched high and low. Granted, moving didn't help with trying to search, but I've searched everywhere and I cannot find that disc. And now that I remember that I had that DVD player at my mother's house, and that thing, I believe what happened was we had a big thunderstorm, and we actually had a bolt of lightning hit the house, more than likely the chimney, but it hit the house, and one of the things that got fried was my laptop. Like, it screwed it up. I ended up needing a new laptop and everything, but it fried a bunch of our electronics, and one of the things that got fried was the DVD player. And it's very possible that it was in the DVD player, and that's why I don't have the disc. I completely forgot about that storm. Oops. The BF made you? Evan Star, do I need to have a talk with him? Because I will have a talk with him. I will 100% have a talk with him. Actually, let me have I don't even want your permission. I'm going to have a talk with him. I need to straighten him out for you. My sister-in-law is trying to sell Beanie Babies she got from Value Village, and I tried to tell her they're not worth anything. You know what she can do? You buy them for 50 cents and you sell them for $1. There's your profit. That's how you can sell Beanie Babies. Maybe $2. But if you're spending any more than $2 on buying them to resell, you're gonna lose out. Tell her that. Because Beanie Babies ain't worth squat. They never were. We hyped up the value of those things to stupid degree, and I feel bad for the people who are like, this is my retirement fund. No, no, no. Like even some people who, and I do this a little bit, collect autographs so that once the person dies, they, you know, go and sell it on eBay. Like, yeah, depending on the person, you can probably get a good chunk of change. But at the same time, these people now go around to conventions selling their autograph. And while some people like, yeah, they charge $100 for the autograph, almost anybody can get their autograph now. So unless it's somebody who, you know, passed away before really the convention circuit started, you're not even going to get a lot of money for autographed things. Like, what's funny, I recently saw somebody trying to sell Bret Hart's autograph on Facebook Marketplace for $80 or something stupid like that. It's like, first of all, you paid no money for this, so at least you're, you know, got the whole pay almost next to nothing for this, and then try and sell it for a decent chunk of change. That's fine. But the man is from Calgary, and you're selling this in Calgary. I'm pretty sure it is a law here that you must have a Bret Hart autograph, okay? Everyone in Calgary has Bret Hart's autograph. You are not going to make money from this in Calgary while he's still alive. Granted, I do not want the man to die anytime soon because I need him to sign something for me. But, like, what are you doing? VHS tapes do degrade over time. Quiet, Sean. We are not here to be realistic about these things. We don't do that here. I have the Beast Wars movie on VHS. Now, I have a bunch of the Beast Wars movies somewhere. More than likely my mother's basement. I have Beast Wars on Blu-ray. Yes, they are part of the high seas, but they are 4K. Yeah, but it's 4K. You know what? Again, if sailing the high seas is how people get to watch, not only get to watch something, but it means they have a physical copy of something, because too many companies are doing the whole digital only, and then they take it away from you because of the whole terms and conditions that they've made you agree to that nobody reads. The fact that they're bringing back VCRs. What, you guys are going to start making VHS tapes? Like, no, you're not. No, who the heck is selling Like, I know Walmart is, but who the heck put them on Walmart shelves? Who decided we're going to bring VCR and VHS tapes back? I love them, but it's such a bad, you know, form of media, you know, because again, they degrade over time. The tape can get mangled and get stuck in the machine, so you lose both the VCR and the VHS. Like, it was good for its time, but it's bad technology now. We moved on to like CDs and DVDs and Blu-rays. Why are we going back to that? Like, I guess it's because records made a comeback, so somebody figured, hey, we can do the same with VCRs. But at the same time, like, records are good quality. They were made to last. I don't know. AMC Theaters is going to have the DeLorean as a popcorn bucket with lights and sounds. Apparently, for the Naked Gun release that they did, the popcorn bucket was the police light, and I'm really mad I never got to get my hands on that because I found out about it way too late. And that's like DeLorean, yes, but I also need the Naked Gun police light siren thing. I need that. sister-in-law's trying to sell them for big money, and it's like, oh honey, I'll give her $5 for the entire collection just so she doesn't have the, she doesn't have the collection, all right? And then I will distribute them to kids in my neighborhood. VHS tapes are still highly collectible in the horror community. See, I understand the tapes themselves, that they're collectible. That's fine. Although why, for some reason, people think that the Disney VHS tapes are worth like thousands of dollars. I don't know who started that one, but like to have them, certain movies, because maybe they were never released on DVD, Blu-ray, whatever. So they're only on VHS. And again, the quality that was on the VHS, like I understand the collectability of the VHS tapes themselves, but to sell the VCRs again, that's where I'm going, what are we doing here? As far as I can tell for the VCR thing, they are refurbished units, so not true. But that's still like, why are we trying to bring this technology back for what's floating around? And oh yay, I have this movie on VHS, whatever. But for my thing, it's just, why are we bringing the VCRs back? I taped together a ripped VHS ribbon, worked just fine. I didn't know that would, oh, excuse me. I didn't realize that would work. Like I always had as a kid, it's like, oh, it ripped, you can just put tape on it. And I think I was told no or whatever. So the fact that it works, that's cool. So nostalgic for a lot of folks. I would rather go to somebody's garage sale and just pick, if I really wanted a VCR, I'd go to a garage sale and just pick one up. As long as it works, just go to a garage sale, go to a community thrift store, whatever, because they're going to be there for 20, heck, for 5 if somebody really wants to get rid of it. Do not go to Walmart and buy those stupid expensive ones. Just don't. So many people are just clearing out their houses, and some people still have VCRs. Do that. In that case, I would prefer a laser disc to come back. See? I just bought Alien Romulus on VHS from Walmart. It was an exclusive thing. Yeah, see, I get the whole collectability. Like, people collect everything, and that part I will never judge, never mock, never anything. The whole, you want to collect VHS tapes, by all means collect VHS tapes if it makes you happy, if it's a thing that was an exclusive thing, if it was, you remember it as a kid and you just want it back in your collection, whatever. I just hope that there's no company trying to bring back VHS tapes and VCRs. That's the thing. That's why it's like, who the heck is putting VCRs on Walmart shelves and selling them, what was it, for $280? Like, who is doing that? That's what I'm trying to, like, who's trying to bring back the technology? I missed out on the Nosferatu popcorn bucket. I did not see that one. What was it? I felt like a pro at handling VCRs because I could get them to remove all tracking lines before starting up the movie. No equipment necessary. What sorcery is this? Batman got some skills. That's because for the old Disney VHS movies, they would only be out of the vault for so long, basically, so they could make, it's a whole out of the vault thing. Oh my God, that's another thing I hate about these companies. We're going to make this an exclusive for a short period of time, and then essentially that's how we're going to mark up the value. A lot of the line must go up. I'm keeping it short. Line must go up. I still have a working TV VCR combo. That is awesome, Chris. Gotta admit, there is something delightfully nostalgic about using it. Something soothing about that white noise hum. It's a child, especially if you grew up with VCRs, it is a childhood thing. It elicits that memory, that good feeling. 100%. If you give me a floppy disk or just get one near me and you move that silver thing across the top and let it snap back, it'll bring back memories. It'll be, oh, it was a metal sarcophagus. Nice. Like, I get the whole, if I was into collecting VHS tapes, I would be doing it, but it would also be a thing of, I will admit, I have been tempted to hook up the VCR at my mother's house and watch a couple old movies. I just don't know where the movies are in her basement. I don't feel like searching. But yeah, just to know that I have certain movies that are only on VHS. I don't have them on, DVD or Blu-ray. Like, yeah, I want to watch this movie. Let's hook up the VCR. But I'm also terrified of now ruining those VHS tapes. If they, no VCR is worth $180. That's all I'm going to say. If you do not pay $180, $280, whatever the price was, for a refurbished VCR. Do not. Just please do not. Just Betamax was slightly before my time, or at least I wasn't aware of it. VCRs are cheap. That's all I'm gonna do. Not spend stupid money on a VCR. That's okay. Last 10 minutes. My God. These 2 hours have flown by. And we didn't really talk about Oberon's Children, but it is what it is. So I guess we'll do another lightning round or something of some sort. I am all fine with... That was the armrest of my chair stuck on the desk. But today was very much, we're going to make everything shake today. I can't wait to put my other desk together and hopefully that'll stop. Yes, let's do... Yeah, lightning round. Let's do that. So go nuts. I will try to hydrate the throat a little bit. Luckily, it's not as bad as last week. I don't know why, but yeah. I'm just realizing just how naked Potato Fox is. It's different with the Gargoyles for some reason, but with Fox, it's just screaming naked. Yeah, to be continued on our next discussion. Yeah, we could talk more VCR, VHS stuff next week. Weekly live, so why not? I am not going to give away who my next potato is. I'm sorry. That is, I give away so much when I do these things that I am keeping the potatoes a secret. You guys will just have to wait until next week to see the next potato. Whether the potato will be a clue again to what we'll talk about, although these live streams have just turned into randomness, so the Fox was a clue and then that all derailed, but you will have to wait. Sometimes us Desi disciples I go off script. The only thing we kept to on schedule was slight talk about Oberon's Children and then story time. That's everything else was just so random for 2 hours. She needs a trench coat. That's the thing. Like, everyone else has been naked. It's just more apparent now that I potatoed a human. Like, Hudson there is naked. He got nothing, but he doesn't look that naked. Fox is just screaming it for some reason. But what if we don't want to wait? I mean, you can have a discussion on your own, Sean. No one's going to stop you, but I won't. No one else will be here. You'll just have to talk to yourself. Hey, Kojo, nice to see you. Did I miss anything? How about one of the Alexanders? Wait, did I miss something? I think I missed something. Did I miss something? Evidently I did not. How about one of the... Yeah, I gotta figure out something for the human potatoes. They look... like, I'm even thinking about Xanatos. It's like, it's just gonna be the goatee and a ponytail. Like, the humans are extra naked. Although Xanatos, I can put him in his armor, so I can cheat on that one. Flesh potato. Yeah, I guess it's because it's the flesh color. I don't know. It's weird. Alexander's for a potato. Why am my brain not... I've been up since like 7 a.m. on 4 hours of sleep. I'm gonna... have a nice conversation with yourself. I get that a lot. You know what, Chris? Sometimes the best conversations are the ones you have with yourself, because sometimes you just want to talk to somebody and tell it. No. I used to make that joke with a lot of people where they noticed I was talking to myself, and I was like, yeah, I have a penchant for intelligent conversations, but they were being jerks to me. So you got the, oh, that's what you mean by the Alexanders. Oh my God. Oh, I feel like an idiot. The Alexanders. Oh my God. I feel like, no, I just gotta, I have to do something different with the humans. Because I'm sure you've all seen the full-sized fox on my socials. She just looks extra naked. Or, like, is it me? Is it because of the flesh? I love talking to myself. It's getting the other voices to shut the hell up. That's the problem. It has been a long day. I've officially been awake for over 12 hours to 13 now, and like, I just want to have dinner and go to bed. It's one of those days. Yeah, she just looks extra naked. I don't get it. I don't. Xanatos, I can cheat. He'll get the armor. Thalog is gonna look like Goliath, but different colors. I don't know. Have the humans wear a loincloth. Oh. Yeah, that potato needs a bra. Like, I gotta figure out something. Whether I'll tweak Fox a little bit, I don't know, but there's something. Give her a belt. And another Alexander in Dark Ages. Too many Alexanders. I like her. I just need to put out a sticker collection of your potatoes. Oh, bye, James. Nice to have you around. I mean, I'm tempted to make stickers of my potatoes. I need to clean them up, some of them. Or do, like, I don't like how I did her hair. I definitely want to fix that. So it's just a little prettier. I may just leave them naked potatoes. I mean, that's the whole point. They're just potatoes. They don't have clothes. I'm going to cheat with Xanatos just because he has the armor. So technically he's Gargoyle. But otherwise, Xanatos is going to be the little mouth with a goatee and eyes and a ponytail. It's going to look weird. What about Steel Clan? Just naked metal. But I mean, they're all naked. But at least it looks like Hudson here is naked. He's just a beard. He's a beard and wings. They are potatoes. They don't need clothes. See, Robert, you get it. You get it. They're potatoes. They don't get clothes. It's just the extra. Like, if here, I'll even compare with Hudson. I will make him bigger as well. Like, why is it that nothing differently was done? And as you can see, I finally fixed Hudson, so he's got the tears in his wings. But why is it that Fox looks more naked than Hudson? I did them the exact. I swear it's just because of the color used. Because Hudson is not a flesh tone, and Fox is. That I meant you need to make stickers. I need to learn to proofread before I hit send. It's fine, Evan Star. It's fine. Don't worry. You know what? I will look into stickers. I want to make 3D prints of them, but I know I need to find someone to do the whole 3D thing and whatever. And oh, there, the voice is starting to go. So 3D printing is probably something I'll have to hold off on, but stickers are doable, and I've met enough people who make stickers, so it's easy enough to ask them, how the heck do you do this? Stickers for my potatoes would make a great name for a garage band. Yes. It's the beard. Beard equals. But it's not just the beard. Where is my... There's my Broadway. We'll hide Hudson in the meantime so that it's comparable. Broadway got nothing. And Broadway still doesn't look as naked as Fox. I don't... That's an Azori potato colored. Maybe that's why? It's the tail. I don't... I don't... And I just realized I need to fix Broadway. Man, I keep... Every time I see them afterwards, it's like, oh, I made this error, I made this error. This is why also another reason I'm not an artist. Because I keep finding errors and I keep... Oh yeah, I messed up on Broadway. Ooh. I have to fix Broadway. It's the tail. Is it the tail? It's something. I think it's either the wings or the tail. I don't know. Something. And it is 10 o'clock. My daughter wants you to know they're cute. She loves them. Yay! I thought they were cute. That's why I'm like, how can I make the gargoyles look cute? Because I can't chibi. I have no artistic skill. I can't chibi, but I can draw potato-ish, and I can draw wings. Broadway's spikes on his head were a pain. So yes, again, Robert, tell her thank you. I appreciate that. Nah, she's just missing the slow clap processor. But yes, so it is now 10:01 for most of you. It's 8:01 for me, but that means the 2 hours are up. We are done. So again, there will be a video on Friday. There will be another live stream on Saturday. I will announce with another potato. Which potato? I don't know yet. I usually make the decision on a Monday and then wait a few days and make you guys wait with torture and release it later in the week. But yeah, so have a good evening, guys. Enjoy your dinners. Enjoy your weekends, whatever is left. Have a good night. And as always, be kind to yourselves, be kind to one another, and be the good that you want to see in the world. And I will see you all next week. And until then, bye.